have fallen down another rabbit hole looking at American nostalgic food.
And this is when Nicola discovered something iconic we'd never heard of before, the 1980s school cafeteria pizza.
And that pizza is rectangular, and this cheesy, gooey, ooey goodness apparently has so many people reminiscing about their lunchroom days.
So we decided we have to try it, but there's a problem. We've never tasted it before, but we have had lots of pizza. So how will it compare, or will it just be really weird?
I don't know, but we're about to find out because we're going to make it today.
Let's get stuck in. So, how did we get here and what do I need to do?
I brought some warm water over,
Okay.
and you're going to put the yeast in.
Okay, and this instant yeast just goes straight in here?
Yes, and we're putting the yeast in first to see if it's active.
Okay.
And to activate it.
Right, so just drop it in.
Yeah.
That looks like it all. And then it's just sitting on the top. Do I need to do anything with that, do you think?
I think you need to gently stir it ever so slightly.
Okay.
Because what we want to do is make sure that the yeast is
It's almost like a crust on
active.
the top.
It's supposed to
Do you
be.
think that'll be enough? I don't want to be too vigorous.
Don't be too vigorous, that should be
Okay.
fine. But you've got all of that left. That'll be fine.
Okay.
That'll be fine. Can you smell it? You can smell it already. Can you smell that smell? It's got a really pungent smell.
It has indeed. Bubbling as well, isn't it?
It does, and while that's bubbling, we're going to mix the dry ingredients.
Yeah.
And we're just going to mix the dry ingredients for 4 minutes.
Okay.
No wet ingredients in there at all. That's really weird. And I just keep looking at this.
So where did this recipe come from?
It came from the internet, where all good recipes come from.
Yes, most things come from there nowadays.
And apparently it's the quantity food recipe.
Yes.
Which is basically for the lunch people. They'd have recipes, loads of recipes in there.
So this is a bulk recipe, is that what you're saying?
So this ingredient will make 100 portions.
Not this here, surely?
No, because
you mean the recipe that you found would make 100?
I found, yes.
So how did we come to this then? Because this doesn't look like it's going to feed 100.
Chat GTP.
Okay.
So it says that we have to mix this dry ingredients. We're going to put it in here.
Yeah.
And we're going to mix it for 4 minutes. So that's flour.
Okay.
2.5 cups of flour.
Yeah.
We're not using the cornmeal yet.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of sugar.
Yeah.
Because everything has sugar in there.
Okay.
Some salt.
How much salt?
Quarter of a teaspoon.
Yeah.
And then dried milk.
Dried milk?
Yes. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I thought only babies had dried milk.
Does this differ from a normal pizza crust then?
I'm not sure. All I do know is that normally when you make a pizza crust, it's a dough.
Right.
And it's a firm dough.
Okay.
A bit like making bread.
Yes.
Whereas this is called a pourable dough. So I think it's going to be very loose.
Okay. Because there's no liquid in there, is there?
Not yet, which is the weird thing. 4 minutes.
Start the watch.
That's been 4 minutes.
Okay.
So we turn this off.
Yes.
And we're going to add the yeast that's bubbling nicely.
Yes, it is indeed. I can't believe how thick and good. I've never seen this before because I've never made bread up.
You've never been around when I've been making bread.
No, but I've come home to plenty of it being made.
You have?
But I've never actually made it. So what do I do now?
So you're going to pour the yeast mixture in.
All in there?
Yeah, and the oil.
Yeah.
But not this.
Okay, so
That's just something.
this is just regular oil?
That's vegetable oil, a tablespoon and a half.
And just straight in there?
Let's make it easier for you.
Yes,
there you
that
go.
would be easier. Thank you for that. And then just pour this straight in?
Yeah, well that's what it says, I think.
Okay.
And then we mix this for 10 minutes. So this has finished. This has been 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I've got us a rectangular cake sheet pan.
Look at the size of this. This is huge.
It is huge.
And this is just for 2 of us?
That's just for 2 of us.
Wow.
But we need to oil this.
Okay.
Because we're making a rectangular pizza, which we've only ever had rectangular pizza in Detroit.
So we've had lots of pizza.
We've had lots of pizza.
And Detroit was one of the best places we went to for pizza, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
And this isn't working very well, but let's,
You were saying as you were just complaining. Do you want me to take over?
No, I'm busy. I'm busy over it. So we've had lots of pizza.
We have had lots of pizza.
And we did a bit of a tour, didn't we?
We did do a tour.
Chicago, so we had deep dish.
Yeah.
We had
New York style pizza.
Yeah, thin and crispy style.
Yeah.
And then we went to Detroit, which is somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
So I wonder which one of those this is going to be like.
I don't know. They were all delicious.
I may need more oil.
I don't think you will.
Okay. I'm not a painter or decorator.
I can
either,
tell.
so
You took the words out of my mouth. So good job you can't see me.
I think because you put it all in one corner, it's quite hard
so it's
to
my fault,
distribute.
Oh,
Yes.
it's my fault. It's not your painting technique. There we go. I'll put a tiny bit more in.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. Am I doing the sides as well? Has it got like a...
Yeah.
Okay.
All of it. And you've missed a bit there.
I'm working on
And
it.
you've missed a bit.
I'm working on it.
You've missed a bit. Oh, and a bit there. Okay. This does say non-stick.
Okay.
And then, once you've finished creating the Mona Lisa,
Yes.
part 2,
Okay.
we've got to
just get the corners as well.
Oh.
Okay.
I was about to start sprinkling.
Okay.
We're going to sprinkle some corn flour on here, and it's meant to be quite even.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I suppose that'll do.
I'm not sure if this is even,
Okay.
but I'm guessing it's...
So what's the point of this then?
I have no idea. I wish I
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Is it to give it a texture to the bottom?
I don't know.
Is it to stop it sticking?
Tell us in the comments if you know why we're putting this on the tray beforehand.
Oh.
And you got to put all of that on?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a ginormous tray.
So what do you remember from school dinners then?
Well, at primary school,
Yeah.
I don't think you call it primary school here, but when you're up to 11, I had hot school dinners.
Yeah.
And I always wanted sandwiches.
Okay.
Always wanted them.
Yeah.
Wanted to take my own packed lunch.
Yeah.
And we would have pies, a lot of meat pies.
Yeah.
A lot of mashed potato.
Chips.
Yeah.
Mystery meat that you didn't know what it was.
Fish.
Yeah.
Very rarely pizza.
Nuggets.
Lots of nuggets.
Lots of nuggets, chips.
Sausages.
Beans, baked beans.
Yeah.
Lots of baked beans.
Peas.
Yeah.
And you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
Is that I always wanted sandwiches, and then when I went to secondary school or high school over here,
Yeah.
we had no canteen or cafeteria.
Yes.
So we had school sandwiches or home sandwiches. Yeah, it was terrible. What did you have?
So at school we had two options. You could either bring your own in.
Yeah.
So it would be packed lunch, which was sandwiches, or you could have a hot dinner.
And what did you have?
I had a bit of both. I'm the same as you. I wanted what I couldn't have. The grass was always greener, so if I would mither my parents for sandwiches.
Yeah.
They'd get me sandwiches,
Yeah.
and then I'd want everybody else's having sausage, chips and beans, so I'd want that. And then I'd mither my parents to have that.
Wow.
And then I went backwards and forwards, so I was probably a bit of a pain as a kid.
You were a spoiled child. My mother was like, you are having school lunches, game over, no discussion.
Ah, well. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So
Should I hold this?
yeah, you should hold
Okay.
this. So this dough,
Doesn't look a lot there, if
and
I'm
it
going
doesn't
to be
look
honest.
very liquidy either.
No,
I
that
thought it
looks
was going to be
pretty solid.
How is this all going to fit?
I don't.
It
It doesn't look a lot there, does there?
It doesn't. And
That
this is meant to be the whole entire base.
It's very smooth.
It is
and
smooth.
very, very elasticated.
It doesn't seem very liquidy, does it? Oh no. Oh
It
no.
looks like that's not going to spread very well at all. So I'm guessing this is a very thin base.
Oh no. Let's hope ChatGTP hasn't done me wrong here.
How are you supposed to spread it?
I don't know. That's the next thing.
That's
we're
the
gonna
next problem we have
Yeah.
to deal with. Okay, should I hold that?
Yeah.
There's
This
still
is it.
Still some. Yeah, this is.
This is not going as I thought it would. Uh-oh.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we may have the wrong amount of ingredients.
Well, it does say
I
spread
don't
it.
think we're going to get a job in a school cafeteria anytime soon.
No, look at this. Look at this state. Uh-oh. Right. So we're going to keep spreading this,
Yes,
and we will see you shortly.
in some time we will be back.
We will. Let's hope and see if I can get this all into this pan. Oh, it's sticking to my hand.
And while it doesn't look attractive, after spending some considerable amount of time messing around with this really sticky dough, we managed to get it somewhere like a pizza based. Wow, that was a struggle.
That was a lot of work.
I didn't expect it to be like that, did you?
I did not expect it to be so difficult to line this cake pan.
It's like the world's most stickiest plasticine or Play-Doh, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
virtually impossible to flatten out.
It was, and it didn't look like there was enough.
No, so I'm surprised. Although there are some peaks and troughs in that, I think.
It might be a little uneven.
Yes, yeah. This
So
is artisanal, I think
It
is what it
is.
is.
So we need to leave this
Okay.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
before we put it in the oven.
Right, okay. I'm hungry now.
So I'm starving.
Okay, so that's been 20 minutes.
It has, and it doesn't look like it's risen a lot.
Doesn't look much different.
It does not, but we've got to put this in the oven because we've got to par bake it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we just bake
And
this.
have we decided what coverings we're going to have on this? Because surely we're not just having the base. So what's going on it?
Well, I'm going to do a half and half. Or this is what I was thinking.
Ooh.
Half cheese and tomato.
Okay.
Half ground beef.
Okay.
Because apparently schools had both.
Right, okay.
And we've got to sample both of them, haven't we?
Yes,
So
I'm excited and hungry, so...
I'm going to put this in the oven.
Yeah.
Bake it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
We're right back.
So, while the base is cooking...
We
what do
need to make the tomato sauce.
Okay.
So, but we're going to do half and half.
Yes.
So half ground beef.
Yeah.
Half tomato, cheese and tomato.
Okay.
So you need to get going and cook in the beef, please.
So I'm cooking the beef before?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go and do that then.
And
just
I will
fry it up like normal.
Just fry it like normal.
Okay,
And I will continue making this tomato sauce. So into water goes a whole tin of tomato paste.
Don't mind me, I'm just waiting for the hob to warm up.
You just come to watch me again?
Yes.
So I've just put tomato paste
Okay.
in with the water. And then I'm going to put it in the frying pan.
Yep.
And I'm going to put all of the herbs and spices and seasonings
Okay.
in with this tomato stuff.
Not very well mixed in that, is it?
No, it's a bit lumpy.
I'll get on with the meat.
Okay, I'm just going to put in.
The base is done.
I'm going to take it out. In fact, before I start doing this,
Yep.
I'm going to take that base out.
Okay.
Look what's come out of the oven!
Wow.
Look what's come out of the oven.
That looks magnificent, doesn't it?
It looks a lot thicker.
Yes, it's certainly risen a bit, hasn't it?
It has, I was concerned.
I'm surprised by that.
So am I. Although it does look a little well done in places.
Got a bit of colour to it, but I think that will add to the nostalgia and the pleasure of it.
Well, we'll soon find out. So I am adding
Okay.
a tablespoon
Yeah.
and 2 teaspoons
Yeah.
of onion.
Okay. Minced onion.
Yeah.
Right. So in there now we've got water, we've got tomato paste, minced onion.
Yes.
Just so I remember.
Just so you remember. Okay, and then I need my garlic powder, please.
Why are we using tomato paste instead of tinned tomatoes?
I have no idea. I'm just following the recipe.
I'm assuming it's something to do with bulk, being able to make it in
Possibly,
bulk.
but can you pass me and talk? That's for the garlic
Okay.
powder as you're talking.
Yes, okay.
Reminiscing, I don't know.
I'm just trying to work out what's going on here. I might need to make this at some point.
When? When are you ever going to have
When
to
I
make
have
this?
150 people round.
Well, good point, well made. Do we actually know 150 people?
I don't have many friends at all.
Oh, where's that violin?
Cue the sad music.
Oh. I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon of pepper in there.
Okay, and how much garlic went in?
1/2 teaspoon.
It's okay.
Ish.
So half a teaspoon, 1/4 of that, yeah.
2. Oh, where's my basil?
Can I get rid of that?
You can, but where's my basil?
I don't know.
Oh, it's here. It's hiding, don't worry.
Panic over.
Panic over.
And this minced beef is just
Ground beef.
ground beef, sorry. I think we went through that last time.
We did.
Ground beef is just cooking itself nicely in the background.
Now I'm putting 2 teaspoons of basil. I've not used the salt yet, I don't think. Did I use the salt? I can't remember.
I've not seen you use salt
I don't
yet,
think
no.
I have.
Okay.
Thyme.
So basil, thyme.
We're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. And I don't have a 1/2 teaspoon one, so I'm using 2/4.
Okay.
Equals the same amount.
Yes.
And then I need my oregano.
Not just a pretty face, are you? Be able to work that out on your own?
So rude. So rude. 2 teaspoons of oregano.
Okay.
And then
So there's a lot of spices going into
There
this,
is.
isn't there?
these kids were sophisticated.
Yep.
And then
Salt.
I don't need the salt.
You created a whole stir.
Drama.
Whole drama.
Bet for nothing. Oh, that smells good, doesn't it?
It does smell terrific, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now I wonder if it's going to be sour. Because sometimes tomato can be a little sour.
Especially paste. I assume that's more concentrated than normal tomato.
It is. But we will soon find out. We're making it as the recipe calls for.
Okay.
We leave this for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we put it on our pizza base. This has been simmering away. Simmering. Simmering.
Easy for you. So you're having trouble with your words today,
I
aren't
am simmering away. I'm glad it's amusing you.
I'm very funny occasionally.
for
Well, I think so.
10 minutes, and it smells delicious, doesn't it?
The garlic is really coming across. I never had anything that smelled this good at school.
No, neither did I.
No.
Oh, school dinner. I don't remember. I call it dinner.
Yes.
Because in the north of England,
Yes, where
you
we're
call
from.
lunch dinner.
Yes, it's
and it
very
used
strange.
to be a dinner lady,
Yes,
wasn't it?
a dinner person.
Yeah. Well, it's dinner. Back in the 80s, they were called dinner ladies.
They were,
Now,
yes.
dinner person.
Yes.
We need
So,
to-
now for the fun part. We need to fix this and make it look good, don't we?
We just need to fix it.
Yes.
I'm not sure about making it look good. There doesn't look like a lot of sauce to put on that.
No, so we have to get that sauce onto there.
And remember I said we're doing a 50-50 as well.
Yes.
That's going to be even more interesting because half of this sauce
Yes.
is going to go in that beef.
Right, let's get this pizza built. So
we
what happens
put
now?
a
Yep.
cup and a half
Yeah.
of cheese on top of the base. Now this base
Yes.
is a little skewy
Yes.
because it's a little thicker in some places and thinner in others.
It's not the prettiest looking thing, I'll be honest.
It's all about looks. And I'm putting a cup and a half of cheese,
Okay.
of mozzarella cheese.
So the cheese is going on the bottom. So this is almost like a Chicago style pizza where it has the cheese at the bottom.
Yeah. Yes, it is similar. I'm trying to think. I've had so much
you're right,
pizza.
sweetheart.
No, I'm not. Blatantly not okay today. So we've got cheese. There we go.
Okay.
And then we're going to put the tomato sauce on.
Okay.
But before we do that,
Yes.
we need to put half
Yeah.
of this tomato sauce into the beef.
We've mixed half of the sauce in with the minced beef already.
Yes.
This is odd.
That's
And
what
then
it
just
says.
stir
And then
this-
just stir it up.
Right,
And
okay.
then I've got the other half of the tomato sauce.
Yeah.
And we're going to dollop. I'm going to dollop my tomato.
Oh, so it's not like a layer of it, it's just
No,
dolloped.
Just
oh.
dolloped.
Okay.
Again, think budget. Schools, budgets. Not a lot of
Oh,
money.
yes, good thinking actually, yeah.
Yeah, you can't be having thick layers of everything, can you?
No. So am I supposed to put this on the other half?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to try and smooth it out.
Doesn't look like there's enough sauce here, I'm going to be honest.
Doesn't, does it? I mean, I've got a lot of sauce here.
The smell is amazing though, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, now you add the beef into it.
So tell us, what other dishes were popular
Yeah.
at school lunch times?
Yes.
What else should we try?
Were school dinners any good when you had them back in the day? Is there anything that you still enjoy today that you would have had then?
Or are you a bit like us,
Yeah.
who were a bit kind of blasé about school lunches?
Yeah.
They weren't great, but that could have been because they were made in England. I don't know.
I feel like you've encroached onto my half of the pizza.
I
I'm
was
going to be
dropping
honest.
some of the tomato sauce.
This middle section might have some crossover.
Okay. So apparently
Yeah.
we're supposed to spread the tomato
Yeah.
with the cheese. But
Right.
yours isn't going to have any
Have
tomato.
I missed anywhere there?
You're not going to have as much tomato, are you? Because yours is mixed into the ground beef.
But I suppose the beef will give it a slightly different flavour. And you can tell there's little bits of
We're
air
supposed to
pockets
put
in
it-
this.
And now we just sprinkle the cheese
Yeah.
all over the pizza. Oh, oh.
Doesn't have any edges on it or anything, because usually that's the bit of the pizza I like. You know, the crusty edges.
No, it doesn't have any edges because it's rectangular. Now I'm trying to think back to Detroit.
Our pizza escapades.
Yeah, did that have? It didn't have any.
Detroit didn't have a crust.
No, at the
No.
edge. No.
It was crusty, but
Yeah.
it wasn't crusty. It
No.
didn't have.
It was crusty,
It was
whoops.
crusty, but it wasn't crusty. That doesn't make any sense,
I
does it?
think you were going to say it was crispy,
Yes.
but it didn't have a crust.
That's exactly what I meant to
Mind
say.
reader.
Yes, but this pizza is just sending my mind into overload.
It just smells so good.
And what cheese are you putting on, and how much are we putting on it?
Mozzarella.
Yeah.
There's a few big lumps there. This is 565 grams. It's a lot of cheese, but it's a big pizza. That's pretty much covered, isn't it?
I would say that's even.
Okay. We're back.
Wow.
It's out of the oven.
Wow, this looks amazing.
It does.
I've got to admit.
But we have a question.
Yes.
Does this look like it should do?
Yes.
Because we don't know what it's supposed to look like.
Because this looks really good to us, but is this what you would have got when you were at school?
And it's supposed to be a rectangle, isn't it?
Yes, so we need to cut it into rectangular pieces. And this portion is supposed to make 10 portions, is that right?
Yeah, and my line isn't very straight, is it?
I don't think anybody's going to check it with a ruler.
Oh, that was positively diagonal.
Yeah, although yes, it's not really coming. Sounds crispy.
It is crispy. It's a little stuck.
Do you want me to hold this side so you can...
Yeah. Get some purchase. That's one. That's the meat one.
So that's a piece of the meat pizza.
That tastes really good. I'm
Look
just
at
licking
the
my
stringy cheese.
I'm licking my fingers. You missed me.
Oh.
Trying to get this one out. Good grief. This was oiled.
Yes. And it's supposed to be non-stick as well. But
And non-stick.
I can just hear the comments now with people saying, don't scratch the bottom of your tin like that.
I'm trying not to. I need a plastic. It needs something plastic, silicone.
Second slice. Look at that. That looks majestic.
To us, it looks really good. Now tell us if this is what it was like when you went to school.
Yeah.
It's a bit floppy.
It's very floppy, and I think it could be kind of where in the pizza we've got it, because there's different thicknesses all over, and my piece looks very thin. So I'm going to try and. I'm trying to pick this up, but here we go. Oh, look at that.
Oh. It tastes like spaghetti bolognese on a pizza.
Sorry, I just burnt my mouth.
Is that why you're crying?
Yeah.
Because it's straight out of the oven.
Yeah. It is like spaghetti bolognese on a pizza with the meat.
Yeah.
Very bready.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The base is very bready, I think.
I guess it's because you cooked it in an oven, because if you had a pizza oven, they're probably a little hotter
Yes,
than your oven goes to. But it is like bread, isn't it? You're right.
But the sauce, the tomato sauce is delicious, isn't it? It's got so much flavour to it.
The sides are crispy,
Yeah.
but the base isn't.
No.
It is bready.
Okay, round two. So, cheese.
And tomato.
Just cheese on its own.
Oh,
And this,
it's really hot.
this definitely looks very cheesy. And the cheese has got some good colour to it, hasn't it? And again, the bottom looks the same. And it's got the little yellow tinges of where the cornmeal is. So maybe that's why we got it, because of the tinge. But let's taste it.
And all you taste are the herbs coming through in that tomato sauce with that cheese. That is incredible. Now, I have to decide which one
Yes.
is our favourite.
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1.
Cheese. Wow. I actually thought you would have said the meat.
No, the cheese is...
It's actually better on its own,
way
isn't it?
better,
I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed with that one. But the cheese on its own. Let us know in the comments which one you would choose out of the two, and if this is actually like you remember what you used to have. Watch this video next that I think YouTube would recommend you might like.
Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.